Hello my friends, this is Gladys from Gladys Garden in Heart of a Gypsy. Thanks for stopping by. Today I have something to share with you guys, and this is a little dress form that I downloaded from the internet, and this is several years ago, okay? And this is the one. Obviously it was much smaller when I downloaded it, and I blew it up in the computer and made it bigger, whatever. Sounds kind of funny when I said blowed it up. Anyhow, so I came up with this size. And I'm sorry, I know this belongs to someone who invented it. I don't know where I got this. It's been so long. But I've been using the same dress form to make different things, you know, ever since I used it. And this time, this is the dress form we're going to use for a swap that we're going to have in our group, which is Heart of a Gipssy Soul Designs on Facebook. And I am going to decorate one of these, and basically what the swap is going to be a banner, and it's a banner of several dresses, and I think the maximum is going to be six to eight. We're not completely sure. It depends how they look, but basically what it is a steampunk dress form banner swap. That's what we're planning to do. So I'm going to go over the details of how to do one, and then from there on you can decorate the rest of them. It's you know, if you are a member. If not, you know, you can apply to be a member, and obviously it doesn't cost anything. It's just being part of a group of very talented ladies. So from this, you know, I cut it out again in kind of a thick chip. It's not chipboard. This is like like a piece of a carton that I had laying around somewhere, but I like it kind of to be you know, thick enough. I would say it's medium to thick chipboard, you know, in that vicinity. And it was white, and now I used a little bit of gesso just to, you know, put it all around it, and that's going to be the bases. Now, I made another banner before. It wasn't steampunk, but it was a banner with the same dress forms, and that is hung on my local craft store here, Paper and Metal Scrappers. And for that one, I actually did this. There's about maybe 8 to 10 dresses like this, and I decorated them. They were very country Victorian type, very vintagey, and I actually put material over them. So I actually created little dresses, and I don't have them here right now, and I haven't taken a picture since I put it up, so I gotta go and take pictures and then put them up. So after this video you'll be able to, you know, to see them. But I'm gonna go over as to how I create one, and I don't know whether I'm going to put material or fabric onto this one or not, but I'm going to start from the basics. And what I did for this also was take a picture of it, because my scanner has stopped working on my printer. So I took a picture of this over this pink paper, so you can have an idea. This paper is 8.5 by 11, and that's where the dress fits. So I am going to upload the picture, and obviously you're going to have it after this, so that would be your template, you know. But kind of gives you an idea within this size paper, which is printing paper size, where does it fit. And then from there on you can copy it and be able to do the banner if that's what you wish to do. All right, so I've already done the first side. I am going to do the back also, and when I mean the back, I'm going to do also the edges, because I don't want anything showing, you know. I want everything to be covered. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm using the Claudine Helmet gesso. You can use any gesso that you want, or white paint too, that'll work too. But the white gesso kind of gives a really nice almost like a primer type, you know. But again, you can use anything you like. Alright, so, and then from here on, I'm going to get ready and get some distress inks and stains, and, you know, everything that I like to utilize for this little dress. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that ready, and I'll be right back with you guys so we can continue. I'll see you in a bit. Alright my friends, so I decided I'm going to use This is my mask, and it's all the gears, you know, and stuff. So since this is a steampunk type of dress, or actually project, so I'm thinking of using that. And I'm going to get my modeling cream, excuse my hands, and this is the, let's see, I guess it doesn't really matter for this particular project the color, because I'm going to color it on top of it. So I grabbed whatever lightest color I had, and I believe this is either, it doesn't really say in here what color it is. It's pearl. Okay, I'm lying to you. Alright, so I'm going to start with this. So all we have to do is grab your stencil or your mask and just start working with the modeling cream. And this this little spatula from Cricut works really good for it. I think that's the only thing I've used the Cricut machine or stuff from the sewing machine, or not the sewing machine, what am I saying? Well, you know, my Cricut cutting machine. Goodness, I'm having a tongue twister today. Alright, so now I'm going to go this way and press in there. Alright, that goes there. It doesn't have to be a really thick layer, as long as you got something in there that will bring out the shape or pattern from this steampunk. That will work. Alright, so that's the end of that. Clean up my spatula. Close this ones. They do dry really fast, so we need to get them out. Alright, so right away I took it out, and you can see the pattern really good there. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and wash this, because this cements and dries really fast, so it doesn't give me a lot of chance to clean them up. So I'll be right back. I decided against washing it, and I decided to go ahead a little bit further and went ahead and put some more so we can finish that design. So we can finish that design all the way into the doll pattern. Alright. Right there. Okay, let me get that out. Alright, so there it is. And I think I might have destroyed some of this, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more in here. Alright, that's good enough. It's you can actually see the patterns of the gears, and that's all I really wanted. Okay, now I'm going to go and wash my mask. Alright, my friends, so we'll continue. This is already very dry, and then when I went ahead and got, let's see, Seedless Preserves by Tim Holtz, and also my vintage photo distress inks. So what we did is just grab a little bit of this one and just went in just auspicious places. You don't want to, you know, fill it up with just one color, because I'm doing two-tone for this particular project. Now, something that you want to keep in mind is that what I'm doing here is not exactly what you need to do to all of them if you're going to be participating of this swap. This is just an example, and I know I'm not going to do the same thing to all of them, 6 to 8 that I'm going to do. I am going to, you know, each one is going to, I'm sure, take me somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so this is the vintage photo right here, and I'm going to just spread it around, and I want a tiny bit more. Now I'm out of my pad. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm just going to put a little bit of vintage photo here on my mat, and then I'm going to distribute it this way, so I know. And then I got plenty of it, as you can tell right there. I want it to be kind of, I want to be able to see that, you know. All right. You want to blend in the colors, not just, you know, you don't want to see one starts here and one ends there. Alright. Just kind of like that. Now, because we have the modeling cream over it, it acts as a resist. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe it on top, but it's the background that I was looking for anyways. And there you have it. Isn't that nice? I think it came out really, really pretty. And I think I'm going to use whatever I have left over to go on the edges, since I have it here. Give it a little bit more of a, you know, a finish to the project. And then I'm going to start bringing all my embellishments, laces, anything that I like to put, you know, obviously into the project. And I'm going to go in the back too. And I seldom use my you know, applicators because I like to go by hand. But in this case with the gesso, this works out really, really pretty and becomes very even. Alright, right there. And now I'm going to use my purple one, and I'm going to do an edge in the back. It just gives it a little, kind of marries the, you know, the project a little bit. Alright, so let me go and select all my you know, embellishments or whatever else that I like to put into this project, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright my friends, we'll continue. I'm getting the Ranger archival ink and coffee, and I'm just going to go over it this way. And basically what it does, it'll grab the you know, the gears and all those raised areas that we created by using our you know, our stencil or the mask that we use. So there it is. That's how it looks. And I also grabbed a little bit of the black. Let me see if I have it here. And I went over just the, you know, edges like this. And this is the Stays On black, because I don't want it to bleed when I put the Mod Podge, because that's what I'm going to do. And it doesn't have to be a clean job, you know, this is steampunk and very grunge, so, you know, don't feel disturbed if you smudge something else. It really doesn't matter. Alright, I'm going to go to the back too and do the same thing. Oops. Hard to grab. Alright. Same thing. So it kind of looks like it's, you know, a finished job. Alright. Let me close this up. I'm going to give it a little bit of a you know, air. Still a little bit sticky, you know, when I touch it, so I'm going to go a little bit more. Alright, so I think I'm ready to put some Mod Podge into it. I don't have, what was I going to say? I don't have my Claudine Hellman matte medium. That's what I would have used normally, but this will do for right now. Alright, so, and you gotta kind of do this fast, especially if we used oh, you know, the Tim Holtz Distress inks, because those are water based, so it'll start bleeding really fast. As you can tell already, there it's starting to bleed. So really, really fast, and then we'll give it another dry. So let me wait until it's completely dry, and then we'll turn it over, and then we'll do mud push the back side too, and we'll be back with you guys. All right, my friends, we're back, and I've already, you know, dried up the mud push in the front and in the back too. So, but as you can tell, it bleeds a lot, you know, when I use the Tim Holtz, because they are water-based. You just got to be a little bit fast with it. But there's no reason, even after the mud push, you can only use your like StazOn or anything that is permanent ink, then you can use it. And amongst all my rubble here in my studio, I found this little pocket, and I wanted to create a pocket for the back anyways, so I am going to use this to put it here, and I'll tell you the dimensions so you can cut it if you wanted to. Okay, so you're going to cut it at 3 by 4 1/4, and then you're going to score on 3 sides, keeping the widest end you know, to scoop it this way. So that's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I'm just going to use whatever I have left in my tool to ink up the edges. I don't need to get anything extra just because it's already there. And I could still stamp it on top if I wanted to, you know, but I don't think I'm going to do that for right now. Or maybe later on. But for right now, those are the dimensions, and you trim the ends or the corners, and voila, here it is. So I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to go kind of low on it because I want to give room to put a tag in there or any sentiment, you know, that I like to do. Now I'm not going to do that to all my dresses. You know, I need to cut about 6 to 8, and I'm not going to do this to all of them. But if you were giving this to someone, just one like this, it's a nice thing to put in the back. All right. So let me put some tools away, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I grab this piece of lace right now, and we are going to gather it right here. And what I'm going to do is just start by, well, it would help if I have some glue sticks in it. That always helps. All right. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm just put a little bit just to start it off. I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to start gathering just with my hand like that and gluing it at the same time. So another one, another little piece, because when you gather it, it'll go all the way through because of the lace being so, you know, see-through. You don't have to really put a lot. Not at all. So I'm just gathering with my hand, with my finger. There's some more there. Do the same thing, and you see how we're going to get to that to finish that off. All right. All right. Oops. I lifted up with my own finger because it was full of glue. All right. So I think I'm going to put something over it so it doesn't look like a, you know, a mess and a hot mess with my glue gun. Alright, let me find some more embellishments, and we'll be right back. Alright, my friends, I'm back. I've managed to bring out some more of my embellishments, and I think we are there. Putting some stuff away only. So you were with me when I finished the ruffle, and I went ahead and just put a little bit of this type of ribbon. It's called I think it has wire ribbon, something like that. But anyways, I just need a little piece to put over that area where I put the glue, so you don't see the glue at all. And I also created a little necklace there, and I'll tell you what I put in there. I don't know if you can see, but I put a little, like a Roman clock, a star, and a little key ring with little baby keys in it. I hope you can see it there. And I just put it through a chain, obviously, and I already created the 2 holes that it's going to help me to pass the big ribbon. In this case, I'm going to use tulle in order to put all the dresses together for the banner. The other thing that I did was to put this Tim Holtz clock in there, and I added this hand and another little clock on top. And I have a few things extras to put in here. I have this nameplate by Tim Holtz, and this one says, if I put it correctly, the journey awakens the soul. So I thought it was very appropriate for me to use that. So this one, I'm going to put it there. And then I have this winding key by Tim Holtz also. That one is going to go here. So it kind of gives the appearance of the doll being wind in order to work or to move. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one and go ahead and cement it here. It's going to be like part of the belt in there. And then I'm going to use some of this twine to tie it in the back so it looks more real. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to perforate just a tiny bit here in order to put my key there, my winding key. And alright, so that's all. I think that's all it needs. Okay, right there. So now what I'm gonna do is pass this screw from the back to the front. And what is this? It's over the ribbon, and the ribbon is it's not want to cooperate, but let me just tear it there a little bit. And I think it went through a little bit, so let me see if I am able to thread it that way or not. No, it's the ribbon is making it a little bit difficult, so let me cut it a little bit more. There it is. It needed to, you know, the metal needs to come through. Now we can thread it. Hope. Yeah. Oops. Okay, I was lying. Let's try this again. Alright. Now it is there, and let me grab one of my, I think I had a, well, this one, no, that's a star. I need a Phillips screwdriver. There it is. So I'm going to hold my key, and with this little baby one, I'm going to just turn the key around, or the screw. Alright, let me see if I can find the one that works for this one. And it doesn't seem to be here. Well, we'll find it later. But anyways, you get the point. I'm trying to see if I can hold it, but alright, so it's going to be like that. Let me turn it aside so you guys can see it. So there's my little steampunk dress form that I'm going to use for my swap. So this is just one. I'm not going to make them all the same. I'm going to, you know, obviously do a little bit of a variety. I put a little bit of glue here so this dress can stay there. So the you know, the lace can stay there. There. I think it looks quite lovely already. So I had a few other things that I wanted to add. I have this little baby gear made out of, it is just cardstock or chipboard, I think it is actually. So I'm going to let that one dry and put it in here, and I was going to put this little baby one on top. So let's see, and then I have this embellishment, and I am thinking that I'm going to use this big one right here, and these are Primas. And I don't want to perforate the doll anymore, so what I'm going to do is just cut this ones right here. Let me see, where's my flush cutters? Right there. Oh, excuse me. Alright, there's that. And that one. And I am going to fix these edges because I don't want them to cut me if I grab them. Alright, let's put a little bit of glue there. And I'm going to put it just right there. Let's see. And then I had so go in with your sister. So, and then I have this little baby one. So I'm going to put it just right there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue there in the middle. And then I'm going to put this baby gear right over it. Sorry, my hands are so dirty. Okay. Then I had these keys that I didn't know whether I was going to use them or not, but I think I am. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. It's just a baby key right there. And let's see. Then I had, oops, if I can grab this. Alright, let me do it this way. So I have this, you know, clock hands right here. Well, I am all thumbs today. There's that. There's that. And I was thinking of passing it through one of the keychain, actual key, like this. And I'm going to butterfly it so it'll stay inside. And then I was thinking of doing some, putting it somewhere in the dress, like maybe perhaps there. I kind of like it there. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on that. And we are done with our project. Alright, so let's actually put it this way. There. So it doesn't interfere with the chain. So I'm going to put those on there. Okay. So let's go back to this. Let's go a little bit of a recap right there. Perfect. I like it like that. Okay, so very simply made. And, you know, we can still do a tag. I'll do a tag and put it in there. And let's see what else. So we distressed the dress. First of all, we primed it with gesso, the white gesso by Claudine Hellman. Then I use my, no, what are those called? Let me see the name. The modeling creams. This one right here, in order to create all the gears and those elements that were raised up a little bit of 3D. And then we painted it, we distressed it with purple ink by Tim Holtz, which is seedless preserves, and also I used a little bit of vintage photo to create the brown. And then once that one was dry, I went over it with the archival ink coffee, so in order to bring out the pattern of all the gears and make it more steampunk. So that's what we did. And then we mud push it, and then on both sides, obviously, let it dry. Then we ended up putting this little lace in here, so it's like a little you know, part of her dress or her motif. Some gears, some keys. This is a clock here, a winding key in here, and I don't know if you can see if I turn it sideways, you can see a little better right there. We created a little necklace with some keys and some other metal embellishments. I created a little clock, but instead of a clock in behind, I put a key, and then I added those key hands or clock hands. And then I put there the brads, and I put just one of those there. So that is it, you know, for this project. At this point, I have six or seven more to create in order to create my whole banner. And once that is all completely done, I'll go ahead and take lots of pictures and give them all to you. So I do hope you have liked this small tutorial, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.